Going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the... Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. And that one's complete to Gurley. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. He hasn't had his usual star-studded performance so far, but still the 2nd quarter, and they're still up on the scoreboard.
And sometimes even as a decoy, you can have a big impact. They're still able to get it done. They found other ways. They haven't had to utilize him as a top priority just yet, but you know he's waiting and available.
Yeah, now the question is, how will they utilize him here? Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Andy Lee now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
50. Ready? 55 behind. 58 right there. Defense wins championships, man. Let's go.
First down, Winston. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Let's go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second and 8. Murray. Open man is Kirk. Complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Samson Abuka. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To try again after the sack. Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Let's go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Meanwhile here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston, he gets it to Gurley, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Winston. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We want it. Come to my work.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Winston looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Zerline good with a PAT, and we are even at 10 apiece. So this drive spans 7 plays. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader Todd Gurley caps it with his first of the game here. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Murray now on first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays. Just easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Throw left side complete to Isabella. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, No good, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
And 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Corey Peters breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And this play a lot like the previous one. Thanks to that stout Cardinal defense, back-to-back they've been tackled behind the line. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Winston, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, they took a shot there and tried to get it downfield. 4th quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted. But good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
Let's go, baby.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied. 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 1st down, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Murray, completing it to the right side. Johnson got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the carry, it's Logan. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. From the 29, Murray throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but
definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready? Right, put it back, right.
A first down throw for Winston. Out left, he's got it to Everett. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mike, ready. Blue waiting. 3 bud. Where do we go? Right, check. 59. Let's go, dude.
Jameis now on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's 3rd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
Let we go. 3, March 43. Play that.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Winston. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Winston finding Bourne here over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. And this one complete right side to Funchess.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Winston now from the 50. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jameis again. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The 1st down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Back to throw. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You can't have a drive go further without scoring than this, but that last yard sometimes can be the toughest. This is 3rd and goal. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.